Why do so many guitar players struggle with this simple and catchy riff? Even though it sounds super simple, there's a lot of complex elements to this, contributing the right and left hand and the rhythm, and there's 4 main points what makes this riff actually hard to struggle. And I want to go into detail in every single one of them. So let's start with number 1, the riff itself, which is the simplest of them all. What's actually happening here is Fruciante, the amazing mind of riffage that he is, has come out with this riff, realistically just. That's all he has, because he's in the key of E minor, and what he's doing is adding the bass line of these chords to the riff. Because the song goes E minor, D major, B minor, and C major. And what he's doing is adding the bass. He goes E minor, right? E bass. This is the E note. Then he goes to D, and then B, and then C. He's basically walking on these basses while he plays this. And that is exactly hearing that, right, within itself, what makes it seem so simple, but it's not. And I want to take you to where this thing becomes complicated. And by the way, if you guys like this illustration, check out my Patreon, because we post a lot of illustrations every day if you want quick content and just see and do something. And it's really cool. We've worked really hard for it. So let's move on to number 2 and get it a little bit more complicated here, which is the timing. So his timing is very strange and beautiful at the same time. And I know this timing because my hero John Mayer does the same thing, except he does it when he solos. And what I mean by timing is he hits on that off beat, right? So imagine there's time. So we have this. That second go round when he goes, those last 2 notes are neither on the downbeat or the upbeat. Let's say this is downbeat and this is upbeat. They are in between. So that's in here. It's neither hitting this or that. I'm going to demonstrate for you guys if he did it while hitting the down or upbeat. It would sound like this. You see how that boring that sounds? But the way he does it is he shoves that time in between those beats, and it sounds like this. And that's what gives it the groove. And by the way, if you're learning something valuable, subscribe to the channel. It does help us out a lot. If you like this tone, at the end of the video, I'm going to show you guys how I get this tone. So make sure you stick till the end. Now, moving on to what actually makes this song super complex, right? And that, I think, is the left and right hand. When I started to play this, I struggled a lot. My first few days of playing this have been detrimental because I had to change. Because what I was doing, I was going, and it's really difficult for me to jump with the same finger from the A note to D note down here. So what I figured out, right, let's say I'm holding a pick, is I start off with my middle finger and I go, and then with my ring finger, right, that's what I do, and then I go pointy here, and then I use the thumb on this one and the middle finger on the last note. Right? And I think this is a more convenient way for you guys and guitar players rather than the one finger. And you can do it with one finger if you work on it for a month or 2 months, I'm sure. But if you want to get this down fast, doing different fingers on the same fret It's just more convenient. Getting into the hardest territory, I think, right, is the right hand. The difficulty with the right hand with this song is because, especially the way he starts it, right? He doesn't go. If he did that, it would be much easier, but he goes, he hits it twice. The problem with hitting it twice on this note, doing this, is then you have to downstroke this. And that's where I struggle. In any other scenario, you hit this note on an upbeat. In the first time you go, you see downbeat. It's all downbeat. Because he hits it twice, you have to go. But I do it like this with my, right? We just learned the left hand, so I go. Right? And then I go. Right? After that first E, right? On the D, on the B, and the C, this note and this note is hit on an upstroke. So the very first time is the only time you would hit it on the downstroke. So let me demonstrate. Upstroke, upstroke, upstroke. You see, so these two notes get upstroked on all of the times except the beginning. And the reason why is that it's tricky the way he does. He goes, and from here, it's impossible to go, because it's just, your hand is already up and it naturally wants to go down. From all of these things that I've explained to you guys, to combine them, you should be able to get it very close to the way he does it. And another important factor here that I want to teach you is, in his live recording, I see, now I do it, I play the D up here. He does it the open D, right? And so you can variate that how you want. The reason I choose this D, it just has a little bit more spunk to it on my guitar. It's just rather than, you know what I mean? So that's why I choose it. But you can do it the way you want. So you should be able to now play it like this. So take your time with this, use metronome, and slowly adjust to slow metronome going to fast. And the BPM on this is 94, so start at like 80 and work your way up if you want to get this just right. Now, the promised tone that I said in the beginning, I shall deliver, and how I got this tone on my guitar, I'm going to show you guys a picture of it, and enjoy. I use the guitar rig on my Ableton, that's how I do it, and this is it. I love you guys, enjoy your weekend, and see you next time.